the grind is a con. Be careful with it. It's a con. What's up guys, how you all doing? Welcome to another video, and in fact the last video of 2021. What a crazy year it has been, hey? And I don't just mean here on this channel, I mean for the entire world. And in fact, a crazy 2 years. It's been unbelievable. Some of it has been bad for me and my photo and YouTube stuff. Some of it has been good. It certainly allowed me more time for YouTube, and certainly I think it's probably one of the contributing factors in my YouTube channel growing in the crazy way that it did last year. But nonetheless, overall a crazy year, and a really tough year for a lot of people. So certainly my thoughts are with anybody who watches my videos who maybe has suffered as part of anything that has gone on through the last 12 months. So today we're here to talk about 2021. I'm going to share with you some of my favourite photos that I took through the course of the last 12 months. Some of them are sports photos, some of them not so much, and you're going to see all of those in a minute. I've picked 5 of my favourites. Before we get into that though, I just want to talk about the channel itself. We are now over 12,000 subscribers on this channel, and something which I never thought we would achieve so quick. I decided to focus on the number of videos I was going to produce rather than a number like subscribers, because I can directly control how many videos I make. I can't necessarily control whether or not you guys press the subscribe button, although I'd like to think I can try to affect it as best I can. And so whilst we're talking about that, if you do enjoy this video, hit the like button. Please do think about subscribing if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. It's awesome to grow this community. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. More importantly though, I want to take a chance to thank all of the 12,200 something people who are already subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate it, and it's easy for any YouTuber to kind of say, oh, thanks for subscribing, but I really do appreciate it. It's crazy that you guys have taken the time to kind of join in as part of my channel. And thank you to everybody who presses the like button on every video. It really does help the channel grow. That like button is so important, because if you get more likes on a video, YouTube think, hey, this guy must make okay videos, and then that helps that video to be more successful and shared in more places. That helps it to get more views, and views are kind of the king when it comes to YouTube. That's the most important thing, right? Actually, more important than subscribers is how many views you get on your videos. Some of you guys have shared videos, and I really appreciate you for doing that, because again, that helps the reach, it helps people get out there, it helps more views come to my videos. So thank you if you've ever shared a video from my channel to someone else. Thank you so much to you guys who comment. I've got loads of people who I recognise in the comments all the time. I see a lot of the same names, and that's really cool. I love to interact with people. I get messages through on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, and I try to respond to as many of those as possible. I try to respond to as many of the comments as I can as well. It's difficult sometimes with the volume, but I try my best because I really do love the interaction with all of you guys. So if you've commented, anything like that, any kind of interaction with me or with the videos, thank you for doing it. If you watch the videos and you haven't subscribed, you must be a bit crazy for not subscribing, but thank you. If you just watch the videos, maybe you dip in and out occasionally and you haven't subscribed, look, that's cool. Thank you for watching them. I appreciate that too. I've got to say a special thank you to the group of guys who are part of the Facebook group that I'm in, or I set up, I should say. That's for members of my Patreon page. If you want to find out about it, the link is in the description for that. Part of being the Patreon is that we have our own little Facebook group. We've done like live chats and stuff through there, and I've really enjoyed it. I kind of feel like I've made a group of online friends, and that's really cool. So thank you for you guys specifically who are in the group. I really do appreciate that one. So looking ahead to 2022, what's going to make us successful in 2022? Well, for me, I think it's going to be a lot of the same. It's going to be a lot of hard work. I'm going to keep producing videos. I'm going to make some goals for 2022, and we'll talk about that later on in the channel. But for me, it's going to be about hard work. It's going to be about the hustle. And don't get me wrong when I say that, right? I am a big believer in the grind culture. It is a con. I really do think it is. I don't believe that is the way to create long-term happiness. Now, don't get me wrong, I have days where I work hard, like I will go and do maybe some non-photo work through the day, and then I'll go do some photo work, and then I'll come back. And I'll be in here editing a video till, you know, 1, 2 in the morning, because it's important to me that I get that video out for you guys. And then I'm up with the boys in the morning at like 7 o'clock. And there are some days where I really do have to hustle. And I'm a big believer in that. You're not going to be successful if you don't work hard. But what I'm talking about is this culture of you have to grind the whole time if you want to be successful. I watched a video on TikTok, funny enough, yesterday. I do watch a bit of TikTok. In fact, I'm on TikTok, believe it or not. But this guy, he was showing a video where he was coming out of his office. I think it was on Boxing Day. And he was showing the fact that the car park outside of his office was empty, and how those people were less likely to be as successful as him because they weren't working on Boxing Day. And I just thought, that's, like, for me, no, that's not what it's about, right? I hustle, and I really do hustle, and I work hard so that I can enjoy time with my family. I work hard to do that and grow my channel and grow my business and grow everything that I work with so that I can enjoy my time when I'm not doing that. So I'm a big believer in hustle and hard work. But yeah, the grind is a con. Be careful with it. It's a con. So look, we took some photos in 2021, and I started the year really strong, and I'm going to share with you guys some of the 5 photos that are my favourites through the year. I've just spent probably like 2-3 hours looking through all of my photos, and I picked the 5 which I think are my favourites, and a lot of them are more about the moment or the time of the photo, more so than the technical side of the photo itself, and you'll probably see why. So I decided to start the year strong. We were in lockdown in the UK at the beginning of January, and I decided that I would take advantage. I would go out early doors. I went out before sunrise and took a few photos. It was thick like frost and snow, and this is one of the photos that I took by the river. I was really pleased with how it came out. It was such a simple photo, but it kind of worked in that portrait composition. It's a 5x4 crop, so just right for the gram, for Instagram. And I was really pleased with that photo. And when I was looking back through my photos just now, it stood out to me as being one of my favourites. You guys know I like landscapes, or you guys who watch my channel for a while will know that I like landscapes, not just sports photos. So I started the year, I think this was the first week in January, nice and early doors with a landscape photo. It was cool just to be out there. I think I went out there at like 5 in the morning to start with, and so just to do that on my own, peace and quiet, with my tripod and my camera, taking a photo, really good time, really enjoyed it, really pleased with the photo. From there, I moved into another genre of photography, and I did some portraits. Now, these are some portrait photos that I actually took as a birthday gift for my mother-in-law. Her birthday is the end of January. So we took some portraits of my 2 boys, Connor and Jake. And this is one of my favourite ones right here. Just the moment between them. It's such a cool photo. I was really pleased with that. I took that at the end of January, and definitely that is one of my favourite photos of the year. So 2 of my top 5 favourite photos both came in January. You see what I mean? That's how I started the year strong. From there, I did move into some sports. So in March, April time, I was lucky enough to be able to go back to photographing some sports. It was behind closed doors. There were no fans or anything there, but it was cool just to be back photographing basketball with Surrey Scorchers. And we had a really exciting time back then in March, April time, because we had Cam Hildreth playing with the Scorchers. He's now out in the States. I know a lot of my viewers are in the States. He's playing for Wake Forest now. So you guys are in the States, check out Wake Forest, Cam Hildreth. Hell of a player. And it was so good to have him with Surrey Scorchers. I took a load of photos of him, of course, but this was one of my favourites. To me, it kind of demonstrated what he was about. He's so quick, and he was about cutting to the hole and taking the ball past people, and that photo kind of shows that for me, so I just really enjoyed this one. Sticking with sports photos, and the next 2 are sports photos as well. We're then moving into September. I was back at Fulham, taking photos down there, and Alexander Mitrovich scored a goal. Now, I'd made a decision on where I was going to sit. When you photograph at Fulham, you can only sit in 2 of the corners, unless you are one of the club photographers, but you sit in one of the corners. Now, I noticed that loads of people had chosen a corner down one end, and in fact, there was nobody sitting in the other corner, which which is quite unusual at Fulham. You normally get a fair split between the two. So I thought, well, I'm going with this. Fulham were attacking down their first half. I'm going for it. I'm going to go sit down in that corner. And I did. And I was very lucky. Alexander Mitrovich scored a goal, then ran and celebrated in front of the away fans, which is quite unusual again. And that's why some photographers chose not to sit in that corner, because they probably thought if Fulham did score, they wouldn't be running in that direction. But Alexander Mitrovich did. He came straight at me. His big kind of classic celebration that he does with his hand. I got a real awesome shot of it, and actually that got used. I think that was in the Mail, that photo. Maybe it was the Mirror. I think it started with an M. But I got that photo used in one of the national press newspapers, and that was really, really cool. One of my favourites. Now, last but not least, and in fact, the last photo here is my favourite sports photo that I've taken in 2021. Anyone who knows anything about Fulham, the club captain, Tom Cairney, he was out injured for a long time. He pretty much missed a full season due to injury. Now, he's a real Fulham legend, so when he came back, he came off the bench as a substitute into the game. It was a horrible game. It was pouring with rain. And I genuinely mean, probably of all the games that I've done in the rain, this was probably the worst. It was the entire 90 minutes, beginning to end, thundering down with rain. I came back home with my clothes soaked through my waterproofs. It was that bad. My gear was wet. My laptop was damp. It was just horrible. And you guys know that I hate shooting in the rain, but it was horrible. But Tom Cairney, he came off the bench as a substitute and he scored a goal. He scored an absolute screamer of a goal, and he ran straight towards me and like a massive slide across the floor. Then he got absolutely mobbed by his teammates. He was so emotional. When he came out of the huddle celebration afterwards, you could see he had a tear in his eye. You could see it through the rain. It was a tear in his eye, and it was just such an emotional moment for him and for Fulham, and it was so cool to get that photo. And actually that photo was used on the Fulham website as the main like headline image for the story of that moment that they told afterwards on the Fulham website. So that was really, really cool, and definitely my favourite sports photo of 2021. You guys will see on some of those, there's the watermarks with focus. I switched agencies in 2021 and moved to a new agency for me, Focus Images, which has been really good. Really enjoyed working with them. Good bunch of guys, and that's definitely going to carry on. I'll be doing that through next year as well. Plenty more videos to come in 2022. So including live videos and shorts, I think we did 68 videos, including this one, on this channel in 2021. So averaged more than a video per week, which is really, really cool. And my intention is to keep that going. I would love to try and do 2 videos every single week. I think that's manageable. I'll probably have to make one of those videos a short video, as in an actual short, like the new YouTube thing, and then one actual genuine video as well. Don't worry, my channel is not going to switch to shorts. My channel will be about my long form videos. But we'll get some shorts in there too, because I think those still have value. Hopefully you guys have got some favourite photos as well. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to ask you guys to do. Go to your Instagram accounts, pick your favourite photo of 2021 and tag my Instagram page somewhere, either on the photo or in the comments, my Rob Samble Sport Instagram page. Tag me in it, because I'd love to see your favourite photo you took of 2021. So tag me in them, tag my @RobSamble_Sport Instagram page. I'll check out those photos because I would love to see your favourite photos of 2021. In the meantime, guys, I hope you guys had a fabulous Christmas with your families. I hope you have a really, really good New Year. And here's to a great 2022 for all of us. Make sure you do hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next year.